I think it's time to take a little break from Constructed, and we're going to do a traditional Theros draft. Okay, pack one. This is not a very appealing pack. So we got a few good options. Nylea's Intervention, not very good. Phalanx Tactics is decent in the white deck if you go wide. Chainweb Arachneer, good. Like, decent. So there's some okay green in this pack. There's also Sentinel's Eyes, which is very nice. I think I'm going to take Phalanx Tactics, just because I'm biased towards the white deck. So we'll see what happens. Hey, what are you doing? Okay. Omen of the Forge, very good. So is Pious Wayfarer. I have a rule that if you see that early, you pick it, and you pick every single one you can find. Okay, Warbriar's Blessing, very good. Daybreak Chimera, even better. Okay, so we have an option of Hero of the Pride or Moss Viper. I think I'm going to take Hero of the Pride because we're more likely to play mostly white rather than green. We could take Setessan Training here, but I think Indomitable Will is better overall. Okay, Hydra's Growth is nuts, and will take over the game. But we might just want Sentinel's Eyes. I'm going to take Hydra's Growth. There will likely be more Sentinel's Eyes. Flicker of Fate is good, usually just to have one. We will take a Nexus Wardens. Plummet, always good in the sideboard at the very least. We'll take an Altar. Bronze Sword, I guess, is playable. An Eidolon we're not going to play, and another Plummet. Pack 2. Okay, we have Eidolon of Obstruction. I don't know if that showed up on camera, but I threw it and it bounced right back in the exact same arc I threw it. That was kind of nice. So we can take Eidolon of Obstruction just as like a good attacker. Reverent Hoplite is good if we go mono white. Hateful Eidolon is kind of interesting because it can draw us a lot of things if we drop green, but we're kind of like we're probably playing some green. I'm gonna take Eidolon. Heliod's Pilgrim, usually good. Okay, Sentinel's Eyes, Karametra's Blessing. There is another Hateful Eidolon, and there's also a Mire's Grasp. But I think we would have need to have like known this was coming around in order to pick those. I think we take. I want to take Karametra's Blessing. I want to take Karametra's Blessing. Okay, Favored of Erois is really good. We have not gotten any removal auras, so there's no reason, I think, to take a second Heliod's Pilgrim. Maybe there is, because we have, like, Hydra's Growth. We're going to take Favored of Erois, though. Commanding Presence, very good. Skola Grove Dancer, another creature. Pious Wayfarer, best card in the pack by far. I think Omen of the Sun is very good here. Hateful Eidolon came all the way around. Wow. We're going to take Transcendent Envoy because it curves into like our two high power auras very well. I think Mirror Shield in the side, Sentinel's Eyes, another Transcendent Envoy, Soul Reaper of Mogus into the side, and Memory Drain we're never going to play. Okay. In this pack, we have basically Indomitable Will, or Hero of the Nyxborn if we want to splash. We can take Nylea's Huntmaster. It is a reasonable creature. We're not going to be very heavy into green, though. I'm going to take Indomitable Will. Okay, in this pack, there is another Transcendent Envoy. I don't think I'm going to take it. I think I rather would have the removal. Staggering Insight. It's a really insane card. There's also Nylea's Forerunner. How many creatures do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 if we take Staggering Insight and don't count our green. I'm going to take the Staggering Insight. We could go lightly into blue, depending on what we get here. Pious Wayfarer, also very good. We could take Sienna, Captain of the Pyleus, but I think another Pious Wayfarer is where we want to be. Probably going to take Pious Wayfarer number 5. Nyxborn Courser looking like what I want to pick. We could take a Hero of the Winds, but having a 3-drop dude that's also an enchantment is very good. Alias Forerunner is very good. Triton Wave Rider for the blue splash that we're probably not doing. Same with the Theomorphosis. Same with Towering Wave Mystic. Same with Vexing Gull. Maybe we make it work. Let's see. So first, what are we looking at here? We got 16 creatures, 12 non-creatures. We're probably not playing that. We only curve up to 5, and really for 1 card. So we're going to cut a forest, because we only ever need single green, and 6 sources is more than enough to achieve that, I think. Okay, now how do we look at it? 16 creatures, 11 non-creatures. What is our worst non-creature spell? I don't know. I don't know what our worst non-creature spell is. It might be Warbriar's Blessing, but enchantments are going to be insane in this deck. I'm going to cut Nexus Wardens. And then I want to cut one more card. I like having 1 Flicker of Fate. Phalanx Tactics is decent. Since we have a Hero of the Pride and 5 1-drops that are nuts. I don't really want to cut any enchantments. But like, we could cut Indomitable Will, but the card's just so good. I think we cut a Phalanx Tactics. I think Indomitable Will, with this many Pious Wayfarers, is just going to be better most of the time. And since we're bad at this game, we're going to run 41 cards. And in case anyone's curious, yes, that's bad karma. Okay, I will be right back. I need to take a quick bio break and get myself some water. I will be back in like a minute or 2. So, I would say... yeah, let's get started. What's the matter, puppy dog? What's the matter? Alright, we're against Justice. Justice. Justice for Gotham. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the College Humor Batman skits, but, like, good lord. Not a day goes by that I don't think of how silly and stupid those are. Excellent starting hand. Opponent is playing Mill. We will start with a Pious Wayfarer. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Towering Wave Mystic. I'll play a Forest. Warbriar's Blessing. We're going to have it fight that. Hump. Okay, we kill the Towering Wave Mystic. And we attack for 2. We milled a Sentinel's Eyes, which is actually beneficial for us. Take our opponent to 18. Opponent plays a Calliphy, Beloved of the Sea. We mill a Favorite of Eros and a Forest. We draw a Forest, play a Plains. Go ahead and Sentinel's Eyes, exiling 2 lands. Pump up the Pious Wayfarer. Get in for 3. Take our opponent to 15. Well, if it's a race you're a wantin'. Okay, opponent Relentless Pursuit. They mill a Shoal Kraken and an island, or they get a Shoal Kraken and an island, mill Thirst for Meaning and an island. Okay. They pass. Go attacking. See if they block. They don't. Pump the Pious Wayfarer, make some tokens. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Shoal Kraken. Passes. Play a Plains. Let's go Commanding Presence. Make it a Voltron. Attack for 5. Opponent jumps. Seems reasonable. They play an island and an Elite Instructor. Discarding a land. Play a Forest. Play Heliod's Pilgrim. We'll go get... this does not give it Trample, so we're going to go get Dreadful Apathy. Dreadful Apathy the Kraken. Oh, does it cost more for some reason? It does. Well then. Attack for 4. Triple blocking, huh? So we block these 2 first. Indomitable Will. Yeah. Seems good. First strike, strong. See, now I meant to do that. That was a next level play by tutoring for something and then pretending to cast it to throw our opponent off. No, actually, I'm just bad and don't read cards. That's bad karma for lying. So versus our opponent's deck, we didn't see any flyers, at least none we were threatened by. Don't need a Phalanx Tactics, so we're just going to run it back. I'm going to throw my dog's toy, and we're going to go into game 2. We don't have one of our 5 1-drops in a deck of 40 cards. I'm going to mulligan. Wow. I'm going to mulligan one more time. Wow. Alright. I'm going to 4. We're going to put back a Plains, Dreadful Apathy, and Indomitable Will. And we're going to pray that Flyer Commanding Presence gets us there. Play a Plains, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Towering Wave Mystic. Play a Forest, play a Transcendent Envoy. Our opponent was pretty light in removal, so we might get away with this. No blocks. We will mill 2. Okay. So let's play a Hydra's Growth. Get in for 2. Opponent did find an island. And they play a Calliphy. We mill 2. Play a Plains. We're going all in. Attack for 5. Get a 1/1 chump blocker. Opponent thirsts for meaning. They're going to dig for an answer. They discard a Skull of Grove Dancer and play a Forest. Block there. We mill 2. Take 3. Play Pious Wayfarer. Attack for 7. Opponent needs an answer this turn. They play an island. Titan of Nature's Wrath. They're going to gain some life, draw a card, and scoop it up. That's a round 1 victory. Bad karma for winning on a Moldifor. Oh, that was not okay. You should never mull from like a reasonable 6 down to 4. Alright. We're going to play first. We're the aggro deck here. This seems like a decent hand. We'll keep. There's some weird Uro Titan of Nature's Wrath sound effects left over. Why is everything Uroing? I don't like it. Play a Forest. Everything's just Uro. My opponent conceded in the middle of that effect. Okay, it stopped finally. Whew, thought I was going to have to restart the client. Alright. Yeah, we'll pass. We're not just flash an Omen. Make some 1/1s. We draw a Pious Wayfarer. So play the Wayfarer. Play a Nyxborn Courser. Pump a token. Smash them for 3. Opponent plays a Forest. Banishing Light. I get rid of Nyxborn Courser. I'm not sure if that's correct, but... Alright, they have a Mogus's Favor. They answer a token. We draw another Pious Wayfarer, so we're going to play that. And a hero. Hit them for 2. Pass the turn. And they play a Swamp. And a Rage-Scarred Berserker. We play Plains. And unfortunately it was stricken with a lot of apathy. Pump this one, pump this one. Attack for 7. Pass the turn. We will be stopping on our upkeep and I think scrying. Depending on what our opponent plays here. Okay. That didn't really do anything. It might allow them to Mogus's Favor again. They can answer a token that way, but that doesn't really impact the board that much. Okay, that's what they're doing. So if we can find our Sentinel's Eyes or Karametra's Blessing, I think that just wins. Okay, yeah, Sentinel's Eyes. We draw Sentinel's Eyes, go to main phase, put it on Hero of the Pride. Trigger, trigger. Attack for lethal. Gotcha. I don't think we need to change it up at all. I don't think we really have the option to change it up at all. Alrighty, round 2. Game 2. Let's do this. We do want a little more action than just that. Very tempting. Opponent goes first. We just never draw a white source and lose, though. Okay, we're going to 5. Alright, we'll keep 5. We'll put back a Plains and a Flicker of Fate. Opponent starts Swamp. Plains, Pious Wayfarer, pass. Opponent plays a Plains, passes turn. We draw an Eidolon of Obstruction. So play a Plains. We're going to play Transcendent Envoy this turn. Okay, pump Pious Wayfarer. Attack for 2. Take our opponent to 18 and pass the turn. Opponent plays a Woe Strider. We draw Plains. Play a Plains. Play an Eidolon of Obstruction. Pump the Pious Wayfarer. Go to combat. Get in, get in. Pass the turn. Opponent does want to block. So we're going to land this on Eidolon of Obstruction. So we have a nice big first striker, and we pump one more time in order to kill Woe Strider. Turn that trade into a chump. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. Mire's Grasp. We're going to kill the Eidolon. Okay. We draw Pious Wayfarer, so we'll play it. We're going to play this Forest because our opponent could have the lifelink aura that makes us discard that I can't remember. Aspect of the Lamprey. That's it. And we might need green mana at some point this game. So any of our big auras would be great top decks. So would the... what do you call it? Dreadful Apathy. Okay. We're going to hexproof that basically to stop our opponent from getting an additional card into the grave. Opponent gets a Moss Viper and attacks for 5. We'll take 5, go to 15. Okay, we draw Forest. Do we play it? I think we attack. Opponent can trade if they want to. They do. Okay, play a Forest, pass the turn. Opponent has a Banishing Light. That's not quite so good. Omen of the Dead. Did they just choose not to pick anything up? Oh, okay, maybe they picked up Woe Strider, okay. And we're flooding out. Pass turn. Opponent replays Woe Strider. Gets in for 5, no blocks. Alright. Opponent gets us. Gets us. I can't speak. Oh, goodness. Ah, okay. No changes. We'll play first. Can't keep that hand, but we can keep this one. We will keep Nylea's Forerunner to the bottom. Start Pious Wayfarer. Alrighty. play a Plains, play an Eidolon, pump up the Wayfarer, attack for 2. Opponent plays a Forest and an Elysian Caryatid. Play a Plains, go to combat, attack. See how important this Caryatid is. Hey, don't chew on the carpet. That's naughty. You have your toy right next to you. Chew on your toy. Alright, deal damage. Sorry about that. Yes, this is your toy. You should play with that. Favorite of Aroas here potentially gives us a huge damage swing. Swing. Mire's Grasp. Unfortunate. Okay. So, Commanding Presence, we're going to put on Pious Wayfarer. And have a big ol' wall of First Strike. Get in for 6 and get a token. Feels good. Opponent plays a Plains. Banishing Light. Feels bad. Opponent has a Lampad of Death's Vigil. Go to combat. Get it. Opponent does block. Play out our trick. Ow! You bit me. Careful, bub. That hurt. Thank you for kissing it better. Go get it. You gotta watch when he's playing tug to not chomp down on my fingers. Laguna Band Storyteller. That's somewhat annoying. If we have an answer for this Elysian Caryatid, would be very nice, because then they would not be able to be playing that. However, we do not. We're going to need some good top decks to get out of this one. It feels bad that their only tricolor mana source is killable and we can't kill it. Yep, Mire's Grasp, it's dead. Binding of the Titans. Okay, we mill 3 cards we don't particularly care about drawing. Our opponent gets in for 4. Decides against it, gets in for 3. No blocks, we'll take it. Play a Forest, pass the turn. No attacks. Okay, opponent gets to exile a couple of creature cards to gain some life. Okay, they exile the Double Striker and the Aura. Plays a Swamp. No blocks. There we go. Now our opponent has to draw an answer for this. We'd like to draw a Karametra's Blessing as a backup. Unfortunately, opponent's going to get a Rage-Scarred Berserker back to hand here. They play it. Giving Elysian Caryatid 1-0 and Trample. Wow, I cannot talk. Block the Lampad here. Take some damage. Okay. Opponent can sack anything we try and fight. Which I think means we have to fight the Lampad. Opponent can sack, take us to 7. Then swing out. We have to block. We need some chump blockers. Or like an Omen of the Sun, I think would be our best draw. Aspect of the Lamprey. Well, we don't have anything in our hand, of course. We have to block here, unfortunately. We go to 1. Justice. We we draw nothing. That's the game. Oh man, we gotta discharge this karma, or it's gonna keep coming back to bite us. We had a bunch of answers. We just needed to draw some. Okay. Moving on to round 3. We'll play first. Nope. This hand is much more reasonable. I think we will keep this hand. We do need green mana, though. We're going to put back Flicker of Fate. Start Plains. Opponent plays an island. And a Shadow Spear. That's really scary. Play a Plains. Alright, we'll play a Pious Wayfarer. Pass the turn. Good draws are Forest, Plains, Pious Wayfarer. Okay. Sad face. Opponent probably takes like Sentinel's Eyes or one of these if they're scared of it, even though we don't have green mana. Okay, they take Hydra's Growth. I guess that's fair because they're in a color that doesn't necessarily have answers to that. Yay, green mana! Play Nyxborn Courser. Pass the turn. Why did I do that? Kano, please, for the love of God, use your brain. Because they're just going to replay it, and they're just going to kill it. Oh, wow. My bad. Okay. We may not actually get anything down in time for a combo like that. Okay. They're just going to... Oh, they're not going to pick up Elspeth's Nightmare. Okay. Play this now. That is a brutal combination if you get it going. I don't know how likely it is in a regular limited game, but like against me, it's probably pretty likely. They take Warbriar's Blessing. Alright, take a whopping 5 damage. Get a Pious Wayfarer. I don't know if I want to show my opponent more of my deck. I don't think we can actually come back from this. This really sucks because we're already at 1 loss in this league. So we need a couple of like really good aggro hands just right in a row. I will bring in a Plummet. And I think I will bring it in over a Flicker of Fate. I don't know if I want to, but Nexus Wardens over kind of want to bring it in over Nylea's Forerunner, but I don't know that that's correct. I'm going to bring it in over an Indomitable Will. We're going to try it like that. Could have brought in another Plummet, but I don't know how many flyers they have. Play first. You know what? We're going to risk it. We draw planes, and this hand is going to go off. Opponent starts Island, Eidolon of Philosophy. We did not draw planes. Okay. Opponent plays a Swamp, a Lampad of Death's Vigil. There's the planes we were looking for. Play a Pious Wayfarer. Play a Sentinel's Eyes. Target here. Target here. Target here. Attack for 6. Opponent takes 6. Okay. Plays an island into a Naiad of Hidden Coves. We draw planes. That's pretty good. So we will play Daybreak Chimera. No attacks. Would like to draw any land, but a forest is preferred. Okay. I guess we just go for it. Stick this on the highest value target we have. Hope we don't get, like, eaten to extinction or something. Okay. Attack with everyone except one Pious Wayfarer that's tiny. I think we block down their biggest creature this way. Get a soldier. We might get to play our Sentinel's Eyes again, depending on how this shakes out. Opponent plays a Venomous Hierophant. If we draw a forest or somehow recast... Oh, that works too. Play Transcendent Envoy. Put our pumps there. They have to have an unsummon or the -4/-0, and they do not. Okay. Just need to do that again. Okay. For a second there, I thought the game had crashed. Praying for a good hand. We're really going to need it. It's a reasonable hand. I'm going to mulligan, though. Okay, we did not get punished, thankfully. Opponent starts Swamp into Shadowsphere. We draw Pious Wayfarer number 2. Opponent kept a 1-lander. We might be able to capitalize on this. Whew. Things are looking up. Things are looking good. Our opponent kept a 1-lander. We don't deserve this. Get in for 4. Pass the turn. Opponent finds a land. Plays a Temple Thief. We draw Plummet. Play a Forest. Play a Skola Grove Dancer. Pump 1, pump the other. Go to combat. Swing with everything. Opponent does not block. We can get 3 additional damage this way, taking the total to 9 and our opponent down to 6. I believe that's worth it. Whew, boy. Now just play a flyer for ultimate punishment. This was perfect curve versus 1-land hand opponent. Elspeth's Nightmare, okay. Opponent kills our Pious Wayfarer. We draw planes. We play a planes. We mill a card. Okay. Attack here. Take our opponent to 4. Pass the turn. Opponent gets to pick the Plummet. Opponent plays an Atris, Oracle of Half-Truths. You can have 2 lands or a face down. Probably takes the 2 lands, honestly. Yep. We draw a Hydra's Growth. Where do we put this for maximized effectiveness? Probably the Nyxborn Courser. That makes it a 3/5. We just make it a 4/6. We can attack here and here, and they have to choose between chumping. Yeah. Awesome. Opponent elects to take the 2. Exiles our grave. We do not have a Dreadful Apathy. It's important to remember that. Though we're starting to get out of the range of where we can pressure our opponent. If they have removal for Nyxborn Courser here, it's really bad for us. Okay, Naiad of Hidden Coves. They equip Atris. They attack for 4 to guarantee that they get it. We draw a Transcendent Envoy. So we play Transcendent Envoy. Pump Pious Wayfarer. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. They have to block Nyxborn Courser or they die. When it goes back down to 2, pass the turn. They play an island. Sea God's Scorn. We're going to mill ourselves for 1. Pick it back up. Opponent gets in for 4. Okay. We draw Sentinel's Eyes. Does that kill our opponent? +1, +2, +3, +4. 5, they go to 1. Not bad. Problem is we're losing a lot of life. And if they can keep doing this and just barely answering the board every turn, we will lose. If they attack and have no blockers, we are representing lethal. And we're representing lethal if they don't. So they need to have something. Shimmerwing Chimera is a something. So is Eidolon of Philosophy. Opponent does not attack. We draw planes. So we can play Nyxborn Courser, pump Transcendent Envoy, and ensure they have to block there with their Shimmerwing Chimera. But we lose our flyer if we do that. That might still be our best play. We don't want to attack on the ground. We don't want them to gain the life. We don't have a trick, so we can't kill Atris. Yeah, I think we do this. Shimmerwing Chimera is an extremely high value creature, so it's worth getting it off the board. Attack for 2 in the air. Okay. Play a planes, pass the turn. I don't think we want to mill ourselves. We don't have any more escape cards other than the Sentinel's Eyes. Opponent does have an Omen of the Dead. Okay, so that Shimmerwing Chimera is actually an infinite jump blocker. That makes me sad. Our opponent is at 1, and right now we can do nothing. We did lose our Dreadful Apathy, if I'm not mistaken, and our Plummet, so like our major pieces of removal. I don't know how we overpower this board. We could get our giant First Strike aura, the +2/+2 one. That would help quite a bit. If he attacks with Atris, he can only kill 1 creature if we double block. Well, we have to, it has Menace. But then he could re-equip the Chimera, and that's a problem. Because he could start, like, picking up Omen of the Dead and picking up Atris again. We don't have any auras that give evasion of any kind, I don't think. Not left in the deck, anyway. Okay, opponent does not attack. We draw Heliod's Pilgrim. Well, this is our best bet to find something. Warbriar's Blessing. Does the fight spell help? Kind of, but not really. I think the first strike is just better. But we can't cast the first strike this turn. Our opponent could potentially make us discard it. The fight spell can kill Atris or Nyxborn Marauder. We're going to take Commanding Presence and risk the discard. No attacks. If we had still had Dreadful Presence in the deck, or Dreadful Apathy, we could have Apathy'd Atris and just swung out and killed our opponent, but we did not have that. Our opponent got lucky with the mill and exiled that. Opponent is going attacking. So we will block here and here. Okay. Opponent loses Atris. Oh, they drew the discard spell. Gross. Oh, that really makes our chances of winning go way down. Okay, Shimmerwing Chimera is a huge problem. So now if we draw Warbriar's Blessing, we might actually stand a chance, but like, that is not Warbriar's Blessing. Play Daybreak Chimera. No attacks, pass the turn. Our opponent gets to pick up any creature out of their grave. So, like, Atris. They also go up to 8 life or 9 life pretty easily if they want to. So they can, like, suit up Nyxborn Marauder, swing, then equip to Shimmerwing Chimera, and we're in trouble. Okay. They equip the Chimera. We're out of auras, except for Warbriar's Blessing. Oh, Sleep of the Dead. This is going to be a very disappointingly short draft, isn't it? How can we get out of this? Our opponent goes up to 8. If they play Atris or something else, we might be able to swing, but Eidolon of Obstruction. Does that change anything? It makes Pious Wayfarer big enough to swing, but then our opponent just picks up whatever dies. I still think we do that, actually. Pump Pious Wayfarer. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Here's where I'm wishing I had the Phalanx Tactics in the deck. Okay. We're going to throw this on the Chimera. Opponent, Omen of the Dead. Oh, this doesn't work. They have Sleep of the Dead. We just die. because they can continue to tap this down and we have no way to answer that. Or gain enough life. They drew the hand hate right when we were hoping they wouldn't draw the hand hate. And they got lucky and picked Plummet. We were prepared for this situation. Okay, opponent replays Atris. You can have 2 lands or an aura. They take the aura. Yup. Sleep of the Dead. Yeah, we just take 6. Sad face. We get our 2 packs. Woo! Alright, for pack number 1, we have Temple of Abandon. For pack number 2, we have Archon of Sun's Grace. I did need another one, and that did get us to another rare wild card, thankfully. But, whew, that was a very short and very sad draft. You know, I think for having 23 bad karma across this one, we did alright. It kind of caught back up to us in the end. But I might do something about this bad karma. I might not. If you've stuck around this long, please make sure to follow the channel if you haven't already. It supports me, it costs you nothing, and it means a lot to me. I don't know when the next stream will be. It may be... I think it's going to be this Saturday. We'll see. I will try to keep the Discord updated. Once again, I have to work around my fiance's work schedule, so things are a little bit odd. Let's see, any other announcements I have? I think that's it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. You're all wonderful human beings, and I will see you all next time. Bye!